Hi everybody, it's getting on for midnight and been listening to my audio book, and as I said, I've had quite a busy day today. But grief, talking about grief and insomnia, erratic sleeping habits. Well, they're not really habits, it's just totally erratic. I can be awake, because I was last night. I was awake until 5 o'clock this morning, and then I got up. No point in lying in bed. And I got up and I was doing things. When I went out on Tuesday, and when I've gone out before, people will say to you, when they know that you've had such a loss, that time's a great healer. You'll get over it. I find those comments really upsetting and thoughtless, because you don't get over losing somebody who has been in your life for 55 years. You don't get over it. You don't. You just have to live alongside of it and find ways of coping. If those ways of coping mean that certain things have got to change, that certain, for myself, that certain habits or routines have got to change, then I'm going to have to do that. I was with Alfie 5 or 6 hours a day, every day, even when he was ill, especially when he was ill. And all of that focus has now gone out of my life. And it's not just, I'm not just talking about a focus as in something to do or a focus. I'm on about the man I love. The man who loved me all my life. Even through my stupidity at times, he was always my rock, always my anchor, always my home. I don't have that rock. I don't have that anchor. And I don't have that home. I've got a house to live in. I've got my kids, our kids. I've got family, friends. But none of that replaces what I had with Alf. It could never come close to. And I know people have wanted me to vlog about coming to terms with grief, about how I'm coping, how I'm geeing myself up to do things. It's only recently, comparatively recently, that I have started doing things again, that I have started going out. I lost my mobility last June when I had that bad fall and fractured my pelvis, which still hasn't been repaired, but the bones have somehow knitted together and allow me to walk in a sort of duck-like fashion. And so I am getting out. I'm not staying in and wallowing, but I have to say that it's hard. It's hard every day. I have to fight this urge within me that's telling me to lie down and give up. Lie down and die. I've got to be strong. I've got to be strong for my kids. I know Alf would want that. I've got to be strong and live a life that he will be looking at me and be proud of what I'm doing and how I'm behaving and how I'm conducting myself. YouTube has become sort of not exactly a lifeline, but it's become very important to me to do these vlogs, to get out and bring videos, to get out and do different things, and an interest for me and an interest for other people to see different places, different environments, to see the pub culture even over here. And as I say, we'll be going to different places, and I've got my passport. There's going to be no stopping me really, I guess, later in the year. But I want you to know that it isn't easy. It isn't. And it's all coming at a great cost to me. I'm having to force myself to be doing things that it would be easier just to not do. It's been 1 year and 9 months now since Alf's left. 21 months. And if anybody ever tells you that it gets easier with time, well, I haven't found that to be the case. So it looks like, I don't know, another sleepless night, unless I pop a pill, an antihistamine, which usually makes me doze off. I don't want to be awake all night and then be really tired again when it's time to get up. My body clock's all out of sync. You know, I'm up at 5:30, having not slept, and then come to bed early to listen to my audio book. Can't concentrate on that, and not concentrating on very much. There's a lot of things I've got to get done. I've got to have my bones addressed. I'm waiting for that appointment. I've got to have my teeth addressed, whether I'm going to have a bridge or whatever it is they're going to do for me, because I lost some teeth due to the medication I was on, and my teeth are nowhere near as nice as they were, so they've got to be addressed. So those are two things that are going to take me out of myself a bit, and I'll take you along with me and let you see, because I'm tempted, seriously, to just, at the dentist, say, take them all out, take them out. I can't be bothered with all the messing about with bridges and all on balls or a plate. I don't want to be bothered with all that stuff. You know, I lost the teeth through medication, so, and that same medication, the hyaluronic acid and the zoledronic acid, has caused me to bleed copiously when a tooth has been extracted, which is why they were very dubious about taking more than a couple out. But they were loose, you know, they had to go. So, I don't know. That's got to be done. My back's got to be done. We've got to go to see where Tolkien got his inspiration for writing The Hobbit, you know, Bilbo Baggins and all the rest of them. And at some point, the Tower of London, at some point, using my passport and getting out from the airport here to somewhere, might be Ireland, might be somewhere in Europe, who knows. It's a good jumping off point where I live in the central England. So, you know, it's a good jumping off point to go anywhere, really. Flights from Birmingham Airport to almost anywhere. But we'll see. You know, with the COVID that's been going on and with the war in Ukraine, I think that, and now this darn monkeypox thing business, I don't know what sort of effect all that's going to have on travel overseas, but we'll have to see. So thirsty. One thing I'm doing is drinking more water. I need to get my skin hydrated and up to scratch again. I don't like it when I've got dry skin. You know, and the heating in the winter plays havoc. As does the sun, or when you think there's no sun and you're not putting your SPF whatever. I mean, I haven't had anything on my face today except moisturiser. So I was just giving it all a rest. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and tell you how I'm attempting to manage my grief. In my way, in my own time, and it's by no means easy. I'll be back tomorrow, and I think we might go out again tomorrow. It's been so rainy here, the weather's been not too grand, but we'll see how tomorrow is. Good night, everybody.